Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining today's iLearn Insights presentation. Today, we'll look into all the full potential of iLearn Insights and new functionalities for Session 1 2024. Let us try to see how we can use iLearn Insights into your unit and how it can be helpful to you. I myself is Shamim Jwardar. I am a Senior Learning Analytics Advisor working for the Learning Analytics team. I look after iLearn Insights, and there is a student version of iLearn Insights, which is also called myLearn. I also look after that. So before going into the presentation, let us a little bit understand the aim of this project. The main aim of this project was or is to reduce number of mouse clicks for unit conveners. So if you look at the number of mouse clicks you need to do to go from one place to another place in iLearn, it's quite a lot of mouse clicks. So over here, iLearn Insights provides a direct link to a resource or activity to represent data graphically, or definitely this is one of the main reasons, to show you all the student data in a graphical format, and to reduce repetitive work. So that means if you are doing anything on a daily basis or weekly basis with iLearn data, iLearn Insights has the capability to automate it, right? So number 3 is for your, just to let you know. So in future, if you think you are doing something repetitive, you can come back to me and I will try to automate it through iLearn Insights. So these are the main aim of the project. Now let me go directly to the presentation. So to present this, I will be using different units. So before going there, let me show you. So this is the link that you will be using to log into iLearn Insights. So this is actually report.ilearn.mq.edu.au. This can be found in iLearn as well. So if you go to your iLearn to any unit, so whatever unit you go, if you go there under stuff, you should be able to see iLearn Insights link. So that will also take you to this page. And to log in, you use your login name and password. That's normal. You log in over here. And once you log in, any units that you are lecturer or unit convener will be listed over here, right? If you, as a unit convener, you can give permission to markers and tutors separately. I will show you how. Then they will be able to access as well. By default, they don't have access. Now, if you look into all the schedules that I have sent you, it's a lot of things to discuss. Please know that there will be lots of information. So if you don't understand anything, no problem. You just email me later, and probably in next few days we can go through it, right? So in case of if you don't feel like I'm not getting or I'm not understanding because lots of information here, you can always email it to me. Okay. So once you log in over here, let me use, I have choose three different units, which I will be using. And these units, all of my test units, especially some of them are test units. So let's see. So once you log into iLearn Insights, then you can click over here, view unit report, and this will basically take you to this. So I am using my test environment to demonstrate. So this is not the production environment. Okay. So now let's see what it does. We have unit dashboard over here. And the first of all, if you look at, as I have told you, to reduce number of clicks. So all these links will take you directly to that place. So if you click on that, it will take you to the unit page of iLearn. If you have, suppose, any assignment, right? For an example, any link over here, if you click, that will take you to exactly to that assignment. So this is how the number of clicks are reduced in iLearn Insights. Now, at the beginning over here, you will say a name of the unit. Then you will say the start date and the end date. If it is not given, start date and end date, please go to this settings page. I will show you later, and you can put those dates there. On the right hand side, we'll show you the unit engagement percentage, which is in this case is showing 89%, and a little bit of breakdown. So this 89% is coming from unit engagement, which is login engagement, which is 79%, and on-time submission is 100%, and then we are calculating this to 89%. So you can see, you can set it up the way you want to set it up. I will show you later. You can see details, and you can see how the calculation has been done, this 89% through this one. I'm coming back to this one later. Now, unit key findings over here. One thing, it will show that what percentage with iLearn templates matches your unit. Please note that now different faculty uses different template types. So this might not be true for all faculties. So it's up to you whether you want to consider it or not. You can ignore it as well. It will also show you activities with no dates, that is 5. 5 of the activities has no dates. Anyway, there is nothing correct or wrong. If your unit requires activities with no date, so activities with no date is correct. I'm just flagging it over here. This side, it will show unit access within the last 7 days. So basically, you will understand how many students are logging in, and etc. etc. You can view it for one month, 2 months, 3 months, and 4 months worth of data by clicking it over here. This report is very good, I think, and it's very popular as well. It is showing top 5 hits within the last 7 days. So you will know which are the resources that students are currently clicking or reading or accessing through this one. As you can see, it's very clear. These are the top 5 resources that students are currently accessing. Now, if you see they are supposed to access some particular resource, and if you see they are not accessing those resources, there must be some communication gap. Probably you need to send an email to them saying that, okay, in this week, you need to basically access this particular resource rather than other resources. So it will give you an idea of what the students are currently accessing. Open activities is very simple. It will show all your activities, the Turnitin, quiz, and assignment activities. And it will show how much time is left, how many submissions has been made, and when it is due. If the submission date is lesser than 7 days, this will be activated, and you can remind them directly from here. Again, reminding and emailing part, I'm coming back. Student login summary shows you how many students are enrolled, how many students have not logged in within last 7 days, and how many students never logged in. So not logged in 4, never logged in 0. This 4 students list is over here. You can see these are the students haven't logged in for the last 7 days. Again, if you clicking on this email students button, you can directly send personalized email to them. These are all bulk email and personalized email, very, very easy, only 3 mouse clicks and all email will be sent. Academic integrity module, this one will show, let me see in another unit if there is any data. Yes, here. So academic integrity module will show how many students in your unit haven't completed the academic integrity module. That is 10 haven't completed academic integrity module. Again, clicking all this button, 3 mouse clicks, and you can remind them to complete this academic integrity module. Participants not submitting activities. This shows basically how many students, what number of students haven't completed what numbers of activities or assignments. For an example, 25 students haven't completed 10 assignments, 9 students haven't completed 9 assignments, 10 students haven't completed 5 assignments, 23 students haven't completed two assignments. So this gives you an idea how many students are basically failing to submit their assignments. Now, when I created this graph, my main reason of creating was to give you some sort of idea which group of students you should put more effort, right? Is it this 25 students who has basically haven't submitted most of the assignments. So let's consider they are already in a very risky zone, so most likely to fail, versus their approaches to this risky zone, these students, right? So basically you need to give you need to think, and you need to decide which group of students you will be you want to put more effort to save them, right? So this particular graph and this basically comes together, and you can see it through this details tab. I will come back this to later when I explain all this unit engagement thing. Then we have forum discussions. So all the forums are put over here, and you can, all the forums has like 4 values over here: number of discussions started, unique number of unique users started those discussion, number of replies made, and number of unique users replied to those discussions, right? So you know like which discussion or which forum is basically popular. This one shows all the new forums post within the last 24 hours. There's no data over here. For this unit, you can see that there is one post has been made within last 24 hours. So no, there is one new post. Last one on the dashboard is the activity schedule. What I have done is I have seen like there are many assignments in each unit, right? So it's very difficult in iLearn to understand or to see whether the dates are correct, right? So that was the main reason for this particular visualization. I put them into 4 categories. One is past activity, current activity, future activity, and node-based activity. Node-based activity is actually starting from the start to end. This is how I have put over there. And putting your cursor, you will be able to see this quiz 1 is basically starting on the 26th of January to 29th of January, right? This one starts from 11th January to 17th March. So looking at this, probably you will be able to identify is all my assignments has a correct date or not. If not, you can quickly rectify. So this was the reason behind putting in this format. There was another reason to put into this activity schedule is that if there are too many assignments, if you see are ending, probably due date is the same date, you might think to distribute them evenly, so a student can get a chance to complete like probably step by step. Again, these are all depends on the unit convener. This is just my ideas, and this is how I put this graph. How it will be used, it is up to you as an unit convener. Okay, next I go to the different ways of send personalized email, right? I have my list with me, so I'm just looking into. So there are different ways to send personalized email. For an example, this to remind students. For an example, from here to send emails to all the students who haven't logged in within 7 days, to remind them for to complete academic integrity module, or you can use this too: personalized targeted email and personalized bulk email, right? So let me go to my actually test unit so I don't create any issues. So this is my test environment in production. So if I put here, it will show. So here it is, my test environment. So suppose there's not too many students over here, only 4. And suppose I want to send email to all participants, then I can choose this one, bulk email. So I choose this one, it came over here. You can write whatever you want to write. This is a test email, or you can choose any template. You can choose any template from here. There are lots of templates over here that you can choose from. Let me choose like not logged in, or I don't know. Let's choose this one, not logged in. So it's over here. The template is automatically populated. So let's consider I'm not liking that first name to be sent. So I take it out. And remember these variables, I will tell you again later. Variables are very good thing to make it more personalized. So let's put it a last name rather than first name. So dear last name, and this is my text. This is. And let's go to the preview email directly, and you can see how it will look. It's populated. So these are automatically populated. Other students in your unit have been accessing the following materials to help with your studies. So it's basically trying to tell them, like, look, other students are using this. Probably you should come back to a unit and access or view all these things. And all these are direct link, as you can see. So students will click here and go directly to that particular resources. If they have any problem, so they can basically talk to these people. So this is how it is. So if you go back to compose email again, so if you look at the compose email, looks quite text kind of email, but basically in preview it is very it looks nice and it makes sense. And like to send all these 4 students, you just click over here and send message now. Just to confirm, this is my test unit, yes, and send message now, and all sent. So if you have 1,000 students, it's easy, 3 mouse click. If you have 2,000 students, 3 mouse clicks. So let's see how it looks. If I quickly go to over here, so this is how it looks, right? I am a student in that unit, so it's saying, dear Jordar, I have noticed from iLearn logs that you have not accessed this particular unit. And if you look at all these are directly, students can go directly to this assignment or this quiz. So if they click over here, it will take them directly to that quiz. So it's very easy. So this gives you some sort of idea how the bulk email is sent through iLearn Insights. And what is the difference between personalized targeted email and personalized bulk email? So in personalized targeted email, you can basically select students. So suppose you don't want to send all email to all students, so you select one. Then suppose you don't want to select send and this, then is basically you can compose email, so only 2 students. But when you are using personalized bulk email, you cannot select, it will go to all the students. So this basically makes more sense when it's a larger unit, 2,000 students, right? So at one go. And if you look at the type of emails are over here, there are lots of email to all participants, email to one cohort, email to one group or grouping, email participants who has never logged in, and so on. So it's there are lots of emails that can be sent. And remember one thing, let's see if I can show you in an actual, so if you go to sent items, good thing that you can see all the emails that you have sent through iLearn Insights, and you can see how many students has opened that email. This is a very good way to know whether your students are opening your email, right? If you go to the details, then you can see even more when they have basically opened those emails, right? So this basically gives you some sort of idea whether students are accessing those emails or not. So for this email, still 23 students did not open that email, and 32 students opened that email. Total emails sent is 55. So this is through the sent email. So I go to the next topic, email templates for MQBS. So this is the new functionality. I need to find a unit, which is basically MQBS unit business. So if I go here, I think this one I already choose. So as I have told you, in the personalized bulk email, you basically have you can choose the template. So if you go to those templates, so these are the 9 new email templates has been added by the Macquarie Business School, right? So you can choose any of these. So welcome to everyone to week 1. So if you choose, that would be automatically loaded over here. As you can see, it's a big template. Then you preview, and as you can see, so it's a big template, and you can see to all your 1,000 students, right? Now, how this will be used, please ask. I put the contact information that Lisa, I forgot her email address. I think if you go to teach and new functionalities and MQBS, this one. So here it is. So you can contact Lisa over here and in this email address, right? So how this will be used, it's up to the Macquarie Business School to decide. So again, this part is easy, email templates, then schedule emails, right? Scheduled emails is another good one, I think, as far as I think. So if you go to the last one, create email templates over here, you can schedule an email. You can schedule for the entire session, full session, right? So for an example, again, I go to my unit rather than this one. So let's go to my test unit is this. Let's consider I want to schedule email for who have not logged in. So I use this template one. Now, if you change something, you need to create a new template. So you add a different name and you create a new template. Then you preview here. If you look good, then you tell like whom do you want to send? You want to send to all participants who have not logged in within last 7 days, right? And this and that. When you want to send tomorrow at 1 p.m. Now tomorrow at 9 a.m. right? Acknowledge and schedule. So tomorrow has been scheduled, right? So like that, the same email you can schedule it this week, next week, another week, or whenever you like. So iLearn Insights is to look into at that moment of time which are the students haven't logged in within last 7 days, and it will send a reminder automatically to those students, right? So you can schedule for the whole session. Not only this one, you can schedule for I think most of the academics are using more for this to submit an activity application who have not submitted an activity, right? So basically they are using for, okay, so the template is not over here. So basically they write their own email over here and they send a reminder to all students who have not submitted an activity. So these basically send reminders to those students who haven't submitted it yet. So this is all about scheduling email. If you need more information, you can contact me later, or once you schedule only one email or two emails, you will understand this. It's not that difficult. It looks a little bit scary. Okay, I go to the next one. That is students unit engagement. So I go to the first one. This is the most important thing, right? So students engagement over here, unit engagement. So let me go to the actual unit is this. And as you can see, this is 77%, 78, and on-time submission 7. So if you go to the settings, then you can basically set it up how you want to set, right? For an example, it has been set up by default is login taking 50% from the login and 50% from the online submissions, right? You can take gradebook item conditional score or forum participation. I do not want to go in depth of it, but let's consider these two, which are most popular, everyone is using. And if you go over here, basically it's only saying that if a student hasn't logged in within last 7 days, you consider they are not engaged. And it is also saying that these are the assignments, as you can see, any assignment which has a due date and it divides nicely with a percentage, right? So consider these assignments. If students hasn't logged in, they are disengaged, right? But in your case, what I suggest to send the last column over here, and the reason is to change this last column is basically all of these assignments might not be important for your unit, right? There might be 2 or 3 assignments which are basically important. So what you can do, the rest you can probably put 0, and only for those. So suppose these are not important. These are not important. Your important assignment is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 assignments is important. But remember, you just need to make 100%. Otherwise, it won't let you save. So you can make probably 20% each to all assignments. Or if you think like this one is probably it should be 10% and this should be 30%, is up to you. As long as it is 100%, then you can save it over here, update. And once you update this, the good thing is it will reflect over here. Not only it will reflect over there, it will also reflect in the first one is over here. So as you can see, it is showing all these 10 assignments. In that case, it will show only those 5 assignments which are important for your unit. So I suggest you to go to the settings and basically to change this column according to the importance of your activities or the assignments. Now you can go to the calculation. Now calculation, basically this 77%. Now how this is calculated, it gives you a details calculation of how this 77 is calculated. So from login, it's 77% login, which is this. I'm taking 50% of this 77% is 38.77. All these assignments, as you can see, in the same way it is calculated over here. And then it is, I'm taking 50% of all of this, which is again 38.71%. And this makes 77.48, which is actually rounded to 77%. So this will give you some sort of idea how the calculation is done. Now, if I go back again to details, so there is another one, which is details. If you go to the details of this engagement, you can see details student by student. So for all students over here, as you can see, all students over here, and you can see the details of those. And the good thing about this page is if you put your cursor over here, it will give you some more information. Logged in 1 times within last 7 days, on-time submissions, 9 out of 10 activities. So as you can see, this basically gives a little bit more information for each and every student in your unit. So this is all about your unit engagement and the participation not submitting. So this one and basically this one are basically coming up from the same sets of data. Next is iLearn Insights block. So iLearn Insights block, if you want to see, so this is iLearn Insights. And now we have a way to go to, if we go to iLearn Insights over here, so this is my test unit. So if you turn edit mode on, and if you go at the bottom, add a block, you can add iLearn Insights block. As you can see, this is a new functionality. And as you can see some of the popular data over here, students login summary or aim completion. And this, so some of the data you can see, and you can go to iLearn Insights from here, right? So you go to iLearn Insights over here, then you can send email. So to send email, you need to come to iLearn Insights. To see many reports, you need to come to iLearn Insights. But over here, at least you can view some popular graphs and data. Safer Communities report. To see the Safer Communities report, so this has been added to participants report because all the participants are over here. So just before I go to the Safer Communities report, please note that this participants report also a very good one because you can see from which country student your units are accessing. So from India 2 students, from Vietnam 1 students, and 15 from Australia, right? And it shows all the students' name. It also shows academic integrity completion and a Safer Communities completion. So none over here finished the Safer Communities. If I go to participants in this unit, hopefully I will be able to see some students who has completed the Safer Communities. So if I go here, and yes, see, so there are. So if I just sort it, so these are the students has completed. And these are the students hasn't completed. So you know who has completed and who hasn't completed yet. Next is gradebook categories. That's again the new functionality. So gradebook categories, I don't know. If gradebooks are added into this unit, then I will be able to show in this unit. Otherwise, I need to go somewhere else. Okay, here it is. So what is a gradebook category? So if you go to your iLearn unit, and if you go to grades, then if you probably go to grader report, or I don't know, gradebook setup over here, then these are your assignments, and this is your category over here, right? This category has a calculation at the bottom somewhere as well. So see, this is one. So this is unit total, and so these are the categories that I think. So mine one is not that good. So if I go to this, so you can see. So basically this unit has an online quizzes category, online engagement category, gradebook override category, and so on, right? So in gradebook, you will be able to see all this. That's not a problem. But over here, what you can do, you will be able to see side by side. Then you can basically filter saying that, okay, show me all the students who has online quizzes got lesser than probably 9 marks. So these are the students, and show me all the students who has basically got, I don't know, make it 15 marks in the final scenario categories. So these are the students, as you can see. Then you can basically send them an email, right? So this, then compose email, and you can write whatever you want to write and send them email. So this is basically gradebook category report, is just to show you all the gradebook totals side by side, and then you filter them and you send email to all those students. Now activate cache data. Activate cache data is also a very crucial thing, I think. Like I should have done it before. So this is a new functionality. So what happens, especially all the units which has a lot of students and lot of activities, the more session will date will pass, you will see like there are more data and it takes a little bit more time to load. So what you can do, you can go in those cases, you can go over here, and at the bottom you can tick this activities cache data and update, right? So while doing this, let me tell you this one as well, because I told you as an unit convener, you can also give access to tutor or markers through this settings area, right? So everything is coming from there. So if I update it, now activate. So now you can see cache data in use, data updates during logon only. So what will happen now? When you log into iLearn Insights, it will calculate all the data, right? Then it will use those data to go to all the subsequent pages. So it will be faster. So in that case, you don't have to basically, it won't delay to go to a subsequent pages. Now, if you want this refresh the data, you just need to log out and re-log in. So if you log out and re-log in, then it will refresh the data. But anytime you can again go back, anytime you can go back, and you can basically take it out if you don't need to. But I'm keeping it because it makes my loading faster. So this is iLearn Insights activate cache data. So next one is the forum visualization and combined forum participants, right? So as I have already told you, forum visualizations to some extent you can see over here. Let me take a better one. So if I go to dashboard here, so this and over here. So let's go to visualize forum. Not too many posts. Let me find one which has a lots of posts. So for an example over here, this has a lots of posts. So let's pick up one of them that I want to visualize. 17 discussion by 8 unique users. Let's pick up a bigger one. 16. So 18 discussion with 16 unique users and 102 posts by 56 units. So if I go to the visualization, as you can see all the visualization over here. So the visualization, the good thing about it, you can quickly read it, right? You can quickly read all your forum posts, right? So on the left-hand side, you can basically read it, right? So the center point, which is a plus, is actually the starting of the discussion. This is a reply, and this is a reply to a reply. This is a reply to a reply. This is how these are constructed. So if you want to know all the possibilities, So you can see and plus means starting point, then reply. And the bigger font, as you can see, this means these are the posts within the last 24 hours. So if you go to this visualization, probably you will be more interested to read the bigger fonts, these bigger fonts, which is posted within last 24 hours. And if you see this bright red, as you can see over here, this bright red means as a login user, whether you have contributed to that particular forum or discussion or not, right? So when I have created this, I was thinking that probably a teacher or a staff, support staff probably need to probably see whether I have replied to any discussion or not. So that's why I put this bright red. Again, so these are the options over here, and how it will be used is up to the convener or the support staff to think. And if you go to the combined forum participation, so what it does, it keeps all the forums side by side, as you can see, all the forums side by side. There's lots of forums over here and the students over here. And it also shows that for each student, how many discussions started and how many reply has been counted, right? So if I basically sort this, I don't know. Yes. So if I have sorted this, so this particular student has 61 reply, 58 reply, and 50 reply, right? So if you think, and these are the discussion they have posted. If we think in the other way around, these are the students hasn't replied to anything or hasn't started any discussion, and these are the students haven't replied to anything, right? So you can say that show me all the students who haven't started a discussion and who hasn't replied as well, right? So this 0. So these are the students is in all of your forums. They haven't started any discussion. They haven't replied anything. And if so, these are a quick way to just to see all your forums. So this is all about forum visualization and combined forum participations. Next is Eco 360 video view. So Eco 360, remember, this is an external profile and extremely hard for me to deal with this Eco 360. So each time I do something, then something goes wrong, but still I'm still trying. So let's see this one. Let's see which one has some data. This one don't have data. What about this one? Yes, this one has some data. So this one I am showing basically Eco 360 combined report. I will show this one later. So the Eco 360 combined report is showing over here. Again, similar concept. All your videos in Eco 360 is side by side, as you can see. Then it shows all the students and how many minutes they have spent for each video, and total minutes spent over here, and total video watched over here, and you can filter it over here as well, right? So the concept is similar like forum. All these are side by side. I think for this one, you can also set it up. So if you don't want all these videos to show, you can set it up which other one is to show. For an example, if I click this 3, I think it will update and it will show only those 3. So it has updated. So if I go back over here, so it is showing only these 3. So you can pick up which are the videos you are interested to show in a combined form, and you can see it over here. Now, if you go to the Eco 360 video view, this is basically similar, but it will show you only one. Now, which video has some data, I have no idea, but it should work. So this one has data. So for an example, this particular video, these are the students, first watch on this date, last watch on this date, how many minutes, 5.5 minutes time spent, and so on, right? So this gives you some idea. Again, just to let you know that, and it also shows one thing I need to make it clear that there is no way for me to see if a student downloads that video and watched. I don't have that data, but I can only show you there are 8 students who has downloaded this video, but I have no data to show who are those 8 students. So just to let you know, Eco 360 is basically external, is an external vendor that who has this, who maintain Eco 360, and we have very limited number of data access, and this is the maximum that we can do in iLearn Insights. Next one is individual students report for a group of students. So this is basically, I'll just show you a screenshot. So this might be useful, and I'm basically want to promote to some extent, because this is how iLearn Insight should help academics and the support staff. Basically, this particular report basically shows it's not unit level report. It is good for the head of the department or supporting staff who are basically supporting multiple units. So as you can see, I have generated this report with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students, and it gives me this student number 1 is enrolled in this unit and this unit, and last access for this unit is this, last access for this unit is this, access within last 7 days, true, never logged in, no, they have logged in, first assessment, whether they have completed or not. If they are completed, then what marks they have achieved. If they haven't completed, then not submitted. So I believe looking at the first assessment, you will be able to understand or guess probably that whether this particular student is disengaging from that particular unit or not. For an example, they haven't submitted it, the first assessment for this one. They assess both they have submitted, and this. It also shows all the other assessments. So if you look at this one, they haven't submitted the first assessment, then you can see whether they have submitted other assessments or as well or not, right? So for this group report, it gives you enough idea for a student for this current session, whichever units they are enrolled in, to see it as in a group, right? So I believe this report is good, but I think it gets slower when we run probably more than 100 or 200 students. So basically, we need to find a way that to run probably 1,000 students. But we can start with a small number of students if anyone is interested, and we can see how it goes and whether we can identify students who are basically falling behind. Students who have not accessed a resource or have not completed an activity. The next one is these two. So if you go over here, students who have not accessed a resource and have not. So if you go over here, it's very easy. You choose the resource you are after. So week 3, and it will show you a list of students who have not accessed this particular resource. If your unit has a activity completion on, then you can use the next report and you can do the same thing. So week 5, it will look into the activity completion, and it will look into whether it will show you all the students who have not completed that particular activity, right? Remember, iLearn Insight basically shows the negative part, who have not used, who have not logged in, or who have not accessed a particular resource. Then H5P quiz report. So before I go to the last one, H5P quiz report, because I quickly have seen this diff report, I would like to show, this wasn't in my list. This is a good one because I want to show it because it's a good one for starting of the session. Many of the units might have a different group, tutorial group, and you want to find students who have not enrolled themselves in those tutorial groups, right? That was the reason this was created. So let's consider this one as an example. I want to find from all participants who are not enrolled in personal argument 1, then command or shift, select these. Let's consider this one. So let's consider these are the tutorial groups, right? So I want to find all the students who are not enrolled into this group, right? So you submit and it gives list of those students. So everyone is enrolled in this case, but actually otherwise you will get it over here, right? So or to demonstrate, how can I demonstrate this? So if I use this one and show me all the students from this who are not, so it should show some data now, because 67, here it is. So basically it will give it will show you all the students who are not enrolled in those particular group. This might be very helpful for tutorial or practical auto enrollment for all students kind of thing. So it's up to you. Okay, so next is the H5P quiz report. I quickly finish this so we can have some question time. So H5P quiz analysis. So it was always there. There is no H5P in this unit. Let me go to this one. This one don't have as well. Okay, so this one has three H5P. So if I select the first one, so all the questions, this particular quiz has 3 questions, as you can see, and it will basically shows all the students total correct 3, and question 1, question 2, and question 3. So these are the 2 students haven't responded to any question, and this is the marks they have obtained, right? This is partially correct. 5 green means full correct, and red is not there, which is incorrect. So it gives some sort of data from your H5P quiz to show you. I think this is all I have from my side to talk about. It's up to now it's up to you. If you have any question, feel free to ask. I didn't look into the chat because I was too busy showing, but I will look into the chat and I will get back to you. I will save this chat. Any questions, if you have, please let me know. Feel free to email me whenever you want, whatever questions you have. No question from anyone? All right, so if you don't have any questions, feel free to send me email whenever you want. I'm happy to discuss your unit related settings if you want. Anytime we can have a short Zoom and finish that up. Thank you very much. Thank you once again for joining today's iLearn Insights session. Hope you will have a nice session ahead. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.